So some of the benefits of us staying at the farm in Tennessee was that the kids got to be outdoors and not, be cooped indoors because of COVID the whole time we were there. And they also got to continue to bond with my parents, the grandparents, especially for Levi. And they also got to enjoy God's nature and learn of His creation, as well as learning to be very industrious and picking up on some chores around the farm, following grandparents around. So these were very positive things that we did at the farm. And also, they had their personal playground, not having to worry about contamination or other kids playing on it at this time. So that was really nice. But despite all this, we missed David. And also after 2 months of staying there, we were there all April and all May. And then end of May or beginning of June, we came back to Atlanta. And at the time, our office finally decided to stop testing for COVID, because more centers, more testing sites in Georgia finally opened up after 2 months later. So we decided to join David again, and he came to pick us up, and we were very happy to go back home with him.
에즈라, 엄마한테 와보세요. 일로 와보세요. 에즈라는 시골에 있을 거지?
We like to tease Ezra a lot of times because he's just very jolly kid overall. And we kept saying, okay, we're gonna all go back to Atlanta. Are you gonna, why don't you stay here with grandparents? And he's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay here with grandparents. And then we kept teasing him, and finally he was just like, getting a little whiny about it. So we had a little fun out of him.
에즈라는 여기 할머니 할아버지랑 시골에 있어요. 엄마 여기에서 에즈라는 할머니 할아버지랑 잘 있어요. 엄마가 또 올게요.
아빠
나중에.
바이바이 할까? 아빠는 스몰나 가는데. 에스라는 어디 있을 거예요?
When David came to pick us up and we packed to go back home after 2 months, it was really nice that 5 of us, as a family, were able to go back home together in one car.
We finally left the grandparents' house and going home now.
Turn right on Tennessee Road.
Ezra's knocked down. Say hi. Say hi here.
Hi.
Let me do hi.
Hi.
Oh, he says hi. As soon as we got home, David decided to make us some smoothie. Remember, I told you that I have stopped making fruit smoothies because Levi is already pooping 7 to 10 times a day, and with smoothie, he actually poops more. And so the kids had not had that in a long time, and David made it, and the kids were so excited. He normally uses frozen banana, frozen berries from Costco, and almond milk, and that's how we make our smoothie normally.
여러분 집에 오니까 어때요? 좋아요?
The kids really enjoyed it, and Levi especially, right? He made a whole mess.
No, 이렇게 하면 안 돼요.
That's what usually happens anytime he eats, but he was sucking on the straw until not a single drop was left.
맛있어?
So Levi, as I've mentioned in his 2-month and 3-month grieving update, he's very fidgety, he can't stay in one place a long time. So he was also doing that with the high chair, up and down, where he'll sit in the high chair, stand, sit, stand, sit, stand, and as he does it, it's like just mess all over, When we got back into Atlanta, there was a huge difference, right? Now the kids can't really play outside, and in fact, all the parks near our house, they had taped every playground up around so nobody could get on the playground, and that was mandated by the Georgia state at that time. So that was getting very challenging for us, and so we decided to take them out and so that they can get some fresh air and play. And Levi is actually getting really pretty good at riding the scooter, and Ezra also, he's getting very good with his balance bike. So Ezra sometimes has a little quirk, as with a lot of kids, and that day, he insisted in wearing Seth's old soccer cleats. And we told him, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. And he was like, nope, I'm going to wear this. So we were like, okay, whatever. So that's what he did. So the next morning, David, got dressed for work, and he came to the kids' bedroom to give them a kiss and a hug. In the middle of the night, I always end up sleeping in the kids' bed because Levi is constantly waking up. And so, he went and hugged Levi first, and Ezra saw that, and then Ezra became a little bit sour.
에스라 왜 입이 삐죽해요? 응? 에스라 왜 슬퍼요? 아빠가 리바이 먼저 hug해서 그래요?
I told you that Levi and Ezra has this love-hate relationship and then like competition going on. So that was kind of funny.
에스라 아빠가 리바이 뽀뽀해도 괜찮아요? 아빠가 리바이 뽀뽀해도 괜찮아요? 아빠가 에스라도 뽀뽀해줄까요? 에스라, 아빠가 누구 먼저 안아줄까요? 리바이 먼저 안아줄까요? 아니면은 에스라, 에스라 먼저 안아줘요. 오케이, 에스라를 먼저 안아줄게. 오케이, 에스라 먼저 안아줄게.
So, one of the things I really missed about my family while the COVID crisis, when they were at the farm, was driving home from work. Usually when I opened the garage door, the kids would rush out and they would embrace me and chatter on about their day.
Oh, hi, Ezra. Oh, hi, 나미리. Hi, Levi.
아빠 오늘 비 왔지요?
Oh, hi, Seth. 안아줘요. 안아줘요.
And during the COVID crisis, when the kids were at the farm, I would come home and open the garage door and I would be met by silence as I walked into the house. So I really missed that. And so when they were back home and the first day I went to work and came home and opened the garage door, I was so delighted to be met by my children racing out and embracing me and showing me the things about their day. And
아빠 이거 봐봐요. 셋이 혼자 만들었어요.
오, 와우.
아빠 셋 혼자 이거 만들었어요.
이거 혼자 만들었어요?
네.
와우. hi.
even though they had spaghetti stains on their face, I didn't really care. I just enjoyed their presence and their excitement to see Daddy coming home.
Oh, hi, Ezra.
아빠.
Oh, hi, Levi.
아빠. 아빠 저기 가서 마마 조금 스파게티 먹을래요?
오케이, 가서 스파게티 먹읍시다 우리.
The other thing I missed was on weekends when Esther and I would sleep in, I would often be woken up by my children, and they would jump on my bed and jump on me and chatter on about all sorts of things. And during the COVID crisis, when they were at the farm, on weekends I would sleep in. Yes, it was peaceful, I have to admit that, but I did miss my children coming into the bedroom and jumping on top of me and just sharing that family time together.
갑자기 왜 아빠가 밥 빌려야 되지?
아빠 레고 해주세요.
레고 해줘요?
my mom lives about 45 minutes away, and so on weekends, I try to take the kids to see grandma and spend time with her. Now, during the COVID crisis, when we brought Levi home, we were first quarantined for 14 days at our house, and then Esther took the kids to Tennessee to the farm. So Levi didn't have a chance to meet my mother until 2 months afterwards when they came back. And so the first time that I drove them to my mom's house, about 45 minutes away, my mom was so excited to see them and also meet Levi for the first time.
자, 할머니네 왔습니다. Ezra. Levi. 문 열어야 써. 할머니. 친할머니 왔습니다.
아유, 저희가 오래간만 보고 싶었어. 할머니가 울었어. 보고 싶어서. 이뻐라, 이뻐라. 건강했어.
Unfortunately, and I kind of expected this, Levi still has some stranger phobia, so she was a new face to him and he was scared of her. So the first time she approached him, he started crying and bawling, and he was so scared.
이건 또, 어이구?
나밀이 왔습니다.
아, 얘가 나밀이야? 오, 몰라.
모르는
그래,
모르는
그래.
할머니.
그래, 모르는 할머니.
모르는 할머니.
그래. 괜찮아. 맛있는 거 줄게. 그래, 맛있는 거 줄게.
잠자고 있어요.
But maybe 15, 20 minutes later, he started warming up to her and
할머니야, 할머니. 아빠 있네. 아이고, 이뻐라. 아이고, 이뻐라.
at grandma's house, I had prepared a big box of toys, and this box has wheels on it, so we rolled the toy box out to the living room, and I was hoping that this would be one way to get Levi to warm up to being at grandma's house. Levi was very curious, and he started digging into the toy box and started getting busy playing. So that was good to see him getting warmed up at grandma's house. My mom loves to cook, and so she had prepared different food items for us. And so you know how Levi loves to eat. So as soon as she started feeding him, then he immediately opened up to her. And after that, they were the best of pals. So my mom also has a small garden at the back of the house, and she had planted some blueberries, some vegetables, and some Korean herbs. And so she wanted to show us her garden, and it was neat because the kids were recently at a farm, so they knew a little bit about plants.
머스키다이. 저기 저것도 머스키다이. 이거는 신선초.
이거 먹어도 돼?
상추 얼마나 이쁘니? 상추가.
먹어요.
And in fact, Seth knew some of the names of the Korean herbs that I didn't even know that he had picked up when he was farming in Tennessee. So I thought that was really neat.
저거는 돈나물. 저 돈나물인데 한국 사람들 많이 먹는 거야.
아, 돈나물새 좋아하는 거야. 돈나물. 할머니, 돈나물. 도마도
돈나물 너 좋아해? 어머 웬일이야?
여기 도마도 하나 났어.
이거는 오이.
할머니 여기 도마도 하나 났어.
이거는 오이.
어디?
오이.
어디 도마도 났어?
저기. 가만 있어. 왜 따지 마. 아직 따지 마.
왜?
아직 따지 마.
아직 안 익었어요?
아니 2개가 익었는데
응.
2개만 따야 되는데 얘네들 막 파란 거 따잖아.
아 빨간 거.
빨간
에즈라,
거요.
에즈라 여기서 빨간 거 따요.
여기 빨간 거 하나만.
빨간 거. 에즈라 와서 빨간 거 하나 따요. 빨간 거.
여기 아니 그거는
저기.
여기 이거 하나. 아니야. 그건 파란 거야.
빨간 거.
빨간 거. 여기 빨간 거. 쟤는 안 돼. 됐어.
오.
2개. 이거 땄어.
빨간 거
됐어.
땄어.
By the end of the day, Levi no longer was fearful of grandma at all. In fact, he really enjoyed her feeding him and even let her change his diapers. All in all, it was a very nice weekend with grandma, and I think Levi made very good progress in bonding with her. And as we make more trips to grandma's house, I'm sure that the bond will continue to grow and that he will appreciate my mom. And so we'll show some of that in our future episodes.
자 이제 할머니 바이바이 해. 할머니 바이바이.
또 와요.
할머니 바이바이 해봐.
그래.
나미리도 바이바이 해봐.
바이.
할머니 바이바이. 바이바이. 오늘이 무슨 날이에요, 쌤?
Last day of pre-K.
와우.
Last day of pre-K.